Yeah, this 2024 year has probably been interesting, not only for myself, but also for you. And so I wanted to take some time to really thank everybody that's encouraging me, everybody that's giving me the juice to keep going. It really means a lot to me because a lot of you may know that I started a nonprofit this year, and boy, has that been in a journey. I've learned a lot. I've made a lot of great partnerships. I've met a lot of great people, and I'm excited about what 2025 brings. But one thing that I would say that I've learned through 2024 is the power of your mind and how your mind can really dictate your outcomes and what your reality looks like. And so, one thing that I think that this episode would be good to talk about going into the new year is really just how to avoid negative thinking. Because as an entrepreneur, as an African American, as a man, as a father, you know, it is a lot that's going on in our world today. And so, one thing that I think that is going to be crucial for you to do in 2025 is ask yourself some particular questions if you're trying to grow. The question that I think that is important for you and myself is to ask, are you an optimist? Are you a pessimist? Or are you a realist? Now, a lot of people may ask, like, why does that matter? It matters a lot because your outlook on life is going to determine how things are going to work out for you in 2025 and really just moving along in life. And so there was a special proverb that made the statement that so people who avoid unnecessary negative thoughts and approach life with a more positive outlook tend to be happier. And so what does that really mean? Having a positive outlook on life, you can find yourself to be more happier. Well, as you know, we can't really control people. We can't control what they say. We can't control what they do. We can't control really no aspect of them. Even when it comes to our kids, we tell them to sit down and 2 minutes later, they're back up. But what we can control is how we view life and looking at trying to have a more healthy, realistic view of life, realistic view of your business, realistic view of like how you are looking at your circumstances. And so life is tough. I think we can all agree that life is very, very tough right now. There's war constantly when we turn on the TV. Family problems, we all have those. I mean, our imperfections of our own and our own vices and, you know, the little quirks that may hold us back. But job security is another thing. You could be working a 9 to 5 and still not have enough money to take care of your family the way that you would like to. But then also friends, and you know, maybe one of your friends rubbed you the wrong way or overstepped their boundary during the holiday season or just in life, you know. And these things are all microaggressions that can build up to how you're making a decision when it comes to your employees, to your children, to your co-workers, to your colleagues, to your partners, and even to your clients. And so we want to make sure that we are looking at solutions that can kind of help all of us navigate through this possible negative thinking that can come into our life. And so it's important that I've learned to have more of a realistic approach to life, to look at things for what they are and accept life's realities, really. You know, we know that we all have limitations. I know when I was 25, my son just turned 23 years old, and this man seems like he can do anything. I remember being in that space, but as time goes on, you'll see that we all have limitations. And so how we think about our limitations and what we are capable of doing really impacts our mindset. And so we want to make sure that we try to keep everything positive. And so as far as a solution, I think it's very important to keep our thoughts in perspective. And so what does that look like? Well, we all want to continue to work on bettering our business or making our team better. But we cannot expect for ourselves or others to get everything right every single time. because that's just not going to happen. You're going to make mistakes in business. You're going to sometimes make the wrong deals or make the wrong decision. And you have to be able to kind of let that ride off your back and move on with that experience to be able to apply it to your next decision that you have to make. And so we want to do this, and there's a couple different strategies that we can use to kind of keep our mind in the right space. And one thing that I've liked to do that I continue to work on is to not compare myself to other people, other entrepreneurs, other fathers. I try to look at those individuals that I may see value in and see what I can learn from them instead of comparing myself to that. Because you're one of one, I'm one of one. And so how we may go about doing things to reach a similar goal could be different. And that's okay. That's the beautiful thing about being a human being. And so to avoid comparisons is going to be crucial for us to be able to keep our mind in the right space so we can make healthy lifestyle choices and make the right business choice for your organization and really for your family too. And so we can do this by making sure that we're focused on what we can do in our situation. As a full-time single dad, there's only so much I can do. And I also know that now having teenage girls that I can't raise them by myself. And so I know that I need a support system from reputable women within my circle that can help me raise my daughter. Well, that goes the same thing when you're trying to apply this to your accounting for your business, your marketing for your business, your partnership development, or even how you're communicating with your consumer. If you don't know how to do that, stop wasting your time trying to do it yourself and go learn from someone that you see as an expert in it. It is okay to humble yourself and be like, I can't do that. And take that time to have someone teach you so that way you have enough information to know what the right way looks like. So when you go get an expert, they can't even get over on you because you have somewhat of an idea of what it should take to handle that task or to make that thing that you may lack in happen. I've also learned that having partnerships and business partners, you got to be a peacemaker. You have to be the one that has a level head that's helping you and the people around you make healthy decisions and have healthy relationships. I have business partners that we have fundamental differences, but what I focus on is making sure that I can find common ground for whatever context of business that we're working in. And so at sometimes my business partners may not have certain attributes that I think are valuable, but they bring something to the table to help that product, that brand, or that service reach the consumer and get the result that we're looking for, which is that money. So you may have to be the one that keeps the level head amongst your family and amongst your organization, and be the one that makes sure that you're putting out those fires and even being preventable, like doing preventable maintenance on your relationships and the things that you need in your life or in your company to really help you thrive. So that is a very, very good thing to consider. But you also, for what I've seen in life, is that you have to make sure you're not adding to like your family tension, because as an entrepreneur, sometimes your business blends into your family life. And so how do you not carry that bad business day into your, maintaining your kids, or, making sure that you're able to separate who your client is and who your mate is so that you're able to not add tension to your home life, because your family life is a major pillar in all of our lives. Whether you work for a company or whether you're an entrepreneur, your family is normally your biggest fan and sometimes your first clients. And so you want to make sure you're not adding to your family tension. I think it's also important to be sure not to hold grudges amongst your team, amongst your network. I think this is so important because people are going to rub us the wrong way. I mean, they're going to do things that make you upset. They're going to do things that make you be like, you know what, I don't want to work with this person no more. But being able to not hold grudges and understand that that was a moment, learn from those things and move on will save you a lot of negative thoughts, a lot of heartache, and you will be able to start seeing people as who they are, and you know, where their imperfections are, cover those people and be able to kind of navigate through that. So being able to forgive easy, forgive those that may slight you or rub you the wrong way is going to help you up here and help you to be productive on a very, very high level. So how can we avoid negative thinking? These are just some of the tactics that can be used and some of the tools that will help us not find ourselves in negative thoughts on a consistent basis. But we have to make sure that, you know, we're taking time to live. We're taking time to self-care. We want to be sure that we stick close to those that have our best interest in mind. Sometimes that could be just a handful of people, but you know who has your best interest in mind, and you know who may be putting you second in your life and in your career. And so take the time in the beginning of this year, reach out to those people, talk to those people to make sure that your network is solid. I took some time today. I think today is December 30th. And, you know, we only have a few days before the 1st. So take these few days and call your team, call your network, call your humans and thank them and get them excited to support you in 2025. I've already made some of my calls. So if I haven't talked to you yet and you see this video, make sure that we talk, because I want to make sure that, you know, we've been working together. Even if we have challenges that are in 2024, let's fix those challenges. Let's address those and go into the new year with a clean slate. So by doing these things, I found out that it will help you, it will help me to avoid negative thinking by simply using mind exercises and tapping into the people in your network and curating and nurturing those relationships to be successful. A good example is that Q4 for me was tough because we had a variety of sponsors pull out just due to business changes. And so I had to dig deep, I would say, to really navigate and come out of, you know, that feeling of like, oh shoot, like the sky is falling, if you will, because Q4, you know, we try to plan our whole year in the beginning. And so in the beginning of the year, so we already kind of have an idea of what Q4 looks like. And to make those things happen, you got to have those funds. And that was a very tough thing. So I had to figure out, well, what can I do in my situations? And so I focused on writing grants. I focused on looking at new clients. I focused on creating content for what I've already done in the past. And you know, we're very happy that we've been able to move forward. And so right now, going into 2025, I'm looking at ways to raise capital. So that way the products and services that I have, I can continue to educate people. And so we have an organization called the Urban Farming Collective Food System, which is an in-house project. It's a nonprofit, and we go and build partnerships with organizations. And so this is a special thank you to our partnership with Mercy Health in Cincinnati. This letter I'm excited to read to you. And it says, thank you for participating in the application process for the 2025 Community Health Fund funding cycle. On December 3rd, in Bond Secure Mercy Health Foundation approved an allocation of $95,000 from the Community Health Fund to support Urban Farming Collective and our partner, shout out to Miller Factory, and the Translating Urban Success to address rural food need programs. The letter and attached memorandum of understanding outlines the terms and conditions of the Community Health Fund. Please read all terms and conditions, facilitate signature of this letter and MOU, and return by January 15th. So, didn't have nothing to work with, but my knowledge, my support system, and we were able to partner with one of our community partners, Mercy Health in Cincinnati. And for our Q1, we've been approved for $95,000 as a grant. Now, you may ask yourself, well, how do I do this? How do I get my nonprofit to create partnerships, to be able to put myself out there, to be able to get these type of contracts? Well, that's where we come in. Test Media and Business Development helps organizations, whether it's a nonprofit, whether it's a for-profit, build the back office that you may need to be getting positioned to get these type of funds. And so we would love to work with you. We would love to help you just gain that knowledge and to help you kind of get out of whatever negative thinking you may be in. We have a variety of different options, from our ebook, the 3-pronged approach, that really gives you an idea of how to market your business to your audience. We have our business development package that will provide your scripts. It will provide your leads. It will provide your funding decks. It will provide all the tools that you need to be able to host conversations like what we've done here with Mercy Health. And so if these are some things that you're interested in, tap in. If you're trying to figure out how to grow your business and develop the relationships that you need to be successful and get the funding that you want for your programs, click the link here, call us with this number right here. You can call me directly or just DM us and we will get right with you. If you want to work directly with me, Chad Anderson, I will be more than happy to work with you. I could take a total of 5 new clients a month. So space is limited, but quality is not. So make sure that you tap into us. Give me your feedback on what you're doing to avoid negative thinking in 2025 and to help your business thrive. Until next time, we appreciate you tuning in and watching this video. Comment below. You recording over there?
I'm recording over there.
All right, we live, y'all. We live.
You about to do it on my clap? That should be a good signal.